Hi, this is a video review for the Tokyo class. Mamiko, Naomi, Sachi, Sachiko, Junko, and Yasuko. Is that everybody? I think that's everybody. Okay, thank you very much for the Christmas presents yesterday. Appreciate it. Yesterday we were studying Rescue Me, which is my favorite show. I'm completely addicted to this show. I don't have very many notes to give you, so this may not be very long. Okay, I gave you some paper yesterday. I don't think I talked about it, but someone said in the beginning of the class, I think Junko said, maybe Naomi will be here in 30 minutes. Kind of a strange sentence. She'll be here in about 30 minutes, I think, is a little more natural, but sorry, Junko. Then Junko also said, this is pick on Junko time. She didn't mention it. I said, why is she late? And I think Junko said, she didn't mention it. A little more natural. She didn't say. She didn't say. Okay. Kiga. Kagi. Kiga. Kiga in Japanese. Kiga in Japanese. In English, famine. F-A-M-I-N-E. If someone dies, we stay up with the body all night. That's called a wake. We were talking about Irish people, and Irish people have reputations. These are stereotypes, and you should avoid thinking this, but you should also know that most Americans think this, and kind of, the way people think. Irish people have a reputation of drinking too much and fighting a lot. They have a wake, they'll stay up all night drinking and even fight, and they sing. They like to sing too. Generally, mostly Catholic, depends what part of Ireland you're from, though. AA stands for Alcoholics Anonymous, which is a kind of support group for people who have stopped drinking, sorry. And people who stop drinking, if you haven't had a drink for a certain amount of time, you get a kind of coin to symbolize how long you've been sober, or, yeah, sober. S-O-B-E-R. There's an idiom from the movie. If you can't stand the heat, get out of the kitchen. Someone who can't stand the heat is just not strong enough to put up with something. We also learn the idiom to put something on the back burner, which means to deal with it later. When two things live together, or not live together, but exist in the same general area, we say they coexist. I don't know what we were talking about in this case. But, the worship of... We were talking, I think, a little bit about the difference between Christian religions. Catholics worship Jesus and God, and also Mary, more than, I think, Protestants. I'm not really sure about this, but I think in some Protestant religions you're not allowed to have a picture of Jesus on the cross. Certain statues and pictures you can't worship. Worshipping things that are not Christian gods are called idolatry. 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 I-D-O-L-O-T-R-Y. And this is where the Japanese idol comes from. When you join a group, like a firefighters group, you have to go through something called initiation. Initiation is a little bit like the way senpais treat kohais in Japanese society. They make them drink a lot or do stupid things. If I tell a joke without making a funny face, then we say it's a deadpan expression. For example, this morning I had Maggie for dinner. Oh, that doesn't make any sense. This morning, I had Maggie for breakfast. She tasted very good. Her rear legs tasted like fried chicken. Notice I didn't smile. That's called delivering something deadpan. Bet your bottom dollar is the original and polite way to say bet your butt or bet your ass. All of these expressions simply mean yes, I'm sure. To verb your head off, to verb your butt off, to verb your ass off. All of these expressions mean to do something a lot. For example, I studied my butt off, I studied my head off, I studied my ass off, I worked my head off, I worked my butt off, I worked my ass off. I ran my head off. I ran my butt off. I ran my ass off. I screamed my head off. I screamed my butt off. I screamed my ass off. Okay? If someone calls on the telephone, and maybe they call, they say, ring ring, yes. Hello, is Victor there? May I ask who's calling? That would be a good way to answer. Now, I'm Victor, so I could say, this speaking. If someone says, may I speak to Victor? I would answer, speaking, or this is Victor, or if I'm thinking maybe this person, I don't want to talk to this person, I can say, may I ask who's calling? Oh, it's the police. Oh, he's not here right now. So anyway, that's what you do. If you see somebody face to face and they walk up to you and they say, hey, is Victor here? And they don't know I'm Victor, I can say, who wants to know? That's from the movie. Yukari has sent you the script. If you have any questions regarding this movie, please feel free to email or print in the space below. It will tell me. This YouTube system will send me an email, and I'll be able to answer your questions. See you later, and Merry Christmas, and Happy New Year. Bye-bye. I forgot one more thing, the expression to alleviate stress. Going to the Sento helps me alleviate stress. Talking to people helps me alleviate stress. A-L-L-E-V-I-A-T-E. Alleviate. Right, see you later, bye.